Honorable Men Discord, the Harris family versus 50 Cent. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go straight to it. For those of you that haven't been following, 50 Cent is back at it again. This time it's not with Jim Jones, although Jim Jones I think will forever be on his radar. And it's also not with a comedian. I can't think of the comedian's name right now. Forgive me on that one. This time he's going back and forth with T.I. and T.I.'s son, which is the reason why I have the thumbnail that I have. So, how did this start? This started from what T.I. has mentioned on different platforms. T.I. sat down, I want to say, with Nightcap, with Shannon and Ocho Cinco. He also sat down with Gilly and Wallow for $1 million worth of game. If you let T.I. tell the story, T.I. said that at one point back during COVID, he was at a function that 50 Cent was also at, and he pitched the idea. Now, keep in mind, T.I. pitched the idea, at least that's how he said it. He pitched the idea to 50 Cent to do a versus. At the time when he pitched the idea, he alluded to the fact that 50 Cent seemed like he was with it to a degree. That's what he's saying. He said he even went as far as saying, all right, he's going to set it off. He's going to stir up the momentum to start the buzz. And then he said 50 Cent, he told 50 Cent he should piggyback off of that to get it going, and then they'll do a versus. That's what T.I. is saying. He said, but then when he started getting the ball rolling, 50 Cent was nowhere to be found. 50 Cent pretty much ghosted him. That's T.I. telling the story. Now, T.I., since then, because he said this was back in COVID, when the verses that Swiss Beats and Timbaland put together was at its height. Since then, it seems like T.I. has been scarred by the fact that 50 Cent didn't stay to his word. Now, that's T.I.'s word against 50. 50 never, in any of these tweets, I never heard 50 Cent speak on the fact that he even had a conversation with T.I., nor did he ever say that he, at one point in time, actually confirmed he would do the verses with T.I. But with that being said, it seems like T.I. never got over that. And T.I. is really depending on a versus with 50 Cent for financial gain. I don't know what it is, but he seems scarred by it. That's my personal take on this. If we're talking about something that was at its height during COVID, why are we talking about it now in 2026? But it meant something to T.I. He didn't like that 50 Cent did what he did. With that being said, at some point in time, between all those interviews that T.I. sat down for, 50 Cent posted this on his Instagram, which has now been removed. By the way, at the time of the recording of this video, I went to 50 Cent's Instagram. I have it up here. He pretty much removed everything pertaining to the back and forth with T.I. and T.I.'s son. All right? Because he also had a video that he posted up from the ATL movie where he used AI to put his face on Big Boy's character, as Big Boy was speaking to the brother of T.I. from that movie, which he made the brother T.I.'s son. If you didn't see that post, I'm sorry. It's no longer on 50 Cent's site on his Instagram, so I couldn't put it in this episode. So anyway, in response to T.I. sitting down, having those interviews, speaking on the verses, which I think is overdone, I'll be honest with you. And let me just say this. I'm a fan of T.I.'s music and 50 Cent's. I'm not just saying that to be non-biased. I, at one point in time, had CDs from T.I. and I had multiple CDs from 50 Cent and G-Unit. So I actually purchased their music at one point in time. But this just sounds to me, it just sounds ridiculous even discussing a versus when it seems like everyone outside of T.I. could sense 50 Cent doesn't want to do any type of dealings with him. Especially after 50 Cent years ago clowned him for having to do the commercial for the police department. All right. If those of you that don't know about that, just Google it, look it up. T.I. did a commercial for the police department as part of I guess, stipulation after his case when he got pulled over with his wife for having firearms, illegal firearms or something along those lines. But with that being said, because T.I. sat down with Nightcap and with, again, $1 million worth of Game, 50 Cent had posted this, which he removed from his Instagram, which you can't see because this guy's head is there. It basically said, I told you keep my name out your mouth. Was 50 Cent wrong for this? I don't know. Because a lot of people are making this seem like 50 Cent is on a rampage attacking people, but T.I. is the one sitting down, he continues to bring up this versus thing that didn't take place. He didn't get over it. So for 50 Cent, he's getting annoyed at people bringing up his name to gain traction. Last time I checked, T.I. was doing good with his rollout. He cut his hair. He had a little rollout thing going. I've been waiting to see the video, to see when the video drops for that single. You know, Pharrell's behind the single. T.I. has his own legacy without 50 Cent. Forget about verses. He doesn't need a verses. I believe his legacy and what he did for Atlanta is cemented. I don't know why he's sitting down and continuing to speak about this stuff. I don't know if in the interviews they're bringing up 50 Cent. That's a possibility. I didn't watch any of the interviews in its entirety, but what's done is done. Because T.I. sat down and kept bringing up 50 Cent's name, he posted a picture of Tiny. He didn't say anything disrespectful about Tiny. He just posted this photo, all right? And the reason why I have to bring light to this photo is this photo is from a concert. This isn't a hidden photo. This isn't a private photo that someone snuck into Tiny's phone and took some family personal photo. That would be a different type of diabolical. All he did was post this photo. So 50 Cent and 50 Cent Fashion is basically saying, you won't keep my name out of my mouth, so now I'm just going to be me again. I'm going to do things to just ruffle feathers and get you upset. 50 Cent put this photo, which I guess, you know, people are saying he did it intentionally to make fun of how Tiny's figure is. That may be so. But with that being said, it's from a concert. Tiny decided to go out like that. That was Tiny's choice as an adult. You can't be mad at 50 Cent for posting a photo that is available to the public. That's my opinion on this. We can disagree in the comment section. Just keep it respectful. With that being said, once 50 Cent did this, this is where T.I.'s son got involved. By the way, the reason why I have this photo of T.I. with the hoodie on is because T.I. devoted an entire single to going at 50 Cent, which I'll be honest with everyone. At this age, if you want to continue making music, I think that's fine. But the diss tracks at this age, you're taking the L. When you're in your 40s, going into your 50s, and you're still making diss records, you're taking the L. You don't have to like the person, but find another way to defeat them. All right? It can't be through battle. You leave that to the younger generation. It can't be through a battle song. That's my opinion on it. If you're in your 40s to 50s and you think making a battle record, still holds weight, let's talk about it in the comment section. I do not believe it holds weight, much less if it's a record that's not even at the caliber of a Not Like Us, a Takeover, a Ether. If you're not making that type of record, you're just wasting your time. I don't care if you have a free studio spot. It's just a waste of time if it's not on that caliber. I've been seeing a lot of oohs and ahs from the record, and T.I. said some good things, but it's just not that record. I mean, we could lie. I mean, maybe people from Atlanta or people that are super T.I. fans are championing the record. I'm just gonna call it like I gotta call it. And again, I'm speaking with no bias. This is my take on this. All right, the record, he could have did without that record, but he decided to do the record. So T.I. does a record, and then his son decides to go at 50 Cent. So let's get into that. All right.
Fuck. Post a picture of your motherfucking mama.
Not like me. Talking about he left the hospital, took nine like me. You live in fantasies, nigga. I rejected the project. When your little sweet ass gon' come out of the closet. Now he wondering why DMX blow them out. Next time grown folks talking bitch.
All right, I thought this was showing the full thing of what T.I.'s son had to say. Let me go into the next clip. Let me just explain something. So T.I.'s son went to disrespect 50 Cent. He went as far as also showing 50 Cent's mother's tombstone, and he basically said, go dig her out of the grave. I bet you my mother looks better than your mother. Something along those lines. I thought I had the correct video up, but I do not. But I'll go into the next thing that T.I.'s son went and ranted about.
I'm raised, nigga. I wasn't raised by y'all father, nigga. My dad is T.I.P., nigga. Tip, nigga. That's how I'm raised, nigga. I don't play like this. Straight like that. Your son don't love you. You don't got no family. You not loved. You rich, but you not loved, nigga. Money means nothing without no one to spend it with. Your son don't love you. And nigga, just for talking about my mama, I would slap the out that nigga just because he share the same blood as you, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Man, at the end of the day, I don't play by my mama. I don't play by my mama. I'm just how I'm raised, nigga. I wasn't raised by y'all father, nigga. My dad is T.I.P., nigga. Tip, nigga. That's how I'm raised, nigga. I don't play like this. Straight like.
All right. Let me just go to 50's Instagram. So 50 removed everything pertaining to the back and forth with T.I. All right, except for his post about this Broadway show he's working on, and he may end up either deleting this or changing the caption. He said, opening night, April 25th, no rappers, no bad BBL. So now that's a direct shot at T.I.'s wife, because the photo I showed you before, he did not say anything about T.I.'s wife. He just put the photo up, and he said, I told you before, keep my name out your mouth. He did not say anything like T.I.'s son just said. He did not say anything about T.I.'s wife in the caption. He just had a photo. That was it. But this time, this is a direct subliminal. He said, no bad BBLs. No little effed up albino kids. That's about T.I.'s son. Outside of that, everything else has been removed from 50 Cent's posts. And I don't know what to think about this, because I'm not condoning the buffoonery at this old age, but you kept everything else up, 50 Cent. All the stuff about Jim Jones, you show gunplay, which you had an actual altercation with in the past. You kept everything up, so why take this down? I'm wondering if T.I. or someone gave him a call, he was threatened, or maybe it was some type of legal thing. Because the video that 50 Cent posted of the ATL movie, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have rights to that, so he couldn't keep that up, even though it was AI generated to change the faces. He had T.I.'s face in that video, so he took that down. He also had a post with like a frog face, and that was directed towards T.I.'s son. It was telling T.I.'s son stay out of grown folks' business or something like that. I forgot what that caption said, because he removed everything, so I can't speak on it because it's removed. I just would like to know, maybe someone that's watching this episode may know why he took it down. Maybe there's some someone who knows the inside information on that. Why did 50 Cent take this stuff down? And again, I'm not condoning this stuff, but he usually commits to these things and keeps it up. So he took it all down. So I wonder what happened. I wonder who motivated him to take it down, or did he take it down on his own? But one thing I will say about this is I don't think him posting the photo of T.I.'s wife warranted the son to go in the direction that he went. I do understand this is his mother. He loves her. So I do understand why he's angry, but 50 didn't say anything disrespectful about your mother. He just posted a photo. Again, that's a public photo. Anyone could grab that photo and put it up there. All right? He didn't say anything disrespectful about her until the post I just showed you. So, but what's done is done. Maybe 50 Cent took this down because he doesn't want to waste energy on this. He's seeing where it's going. He sees that not so much T.I., but it seems like the son probably would not stop. I saw somewhere on a different platform, his son was just a barrage of insults to 50 Cent. And 50 Cent doesn't want to find himself at his grown age going back and forth with someone that's probably in his 20s. It's not a good look for 50. Plus 50, you see him taking photos with Tyler Perry. You see him working on the Broadway thing that he has going on. The Broadway production. Let me It's with Cedric the Entertainer and Taraji Henson, Taraji P Henson, and Debbie Allen, directed by Debbie Allen, who's is a legend in her own right. She's been around for a long time. But in any event, 50 Cent, his thing is film and TV production. And I said this to various people in their posts on TikTok. People are like, oh, T.I. is winning. T.I. is winning how? And again, I like T.I.'s music. How is T.I. winning? Do you guys not know that outside of his professional catalog, 50 Cent's mixtapes with DJ Who Kid, his mixtape hits alone, in my opinion, if you put it up against some of T.I.'s best songs, it wins. You see, Versus is really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's really, I can't think of the word right now. It just comes down to people's preference. If you're talking about radio hits, maybe it might be an equal matchup, but the songs, to me, 50 Cent's best records weren't the ones that was on his albums. Some of his best records were the ones that were on the G-Unit Who Kid mixtapes. All right? And as far as T.I. is winning, T.I. could never win off of just a single. And I'm saying that because this single, again, is not on the caliber of It's Not Like Us. It's not on the caliber of Takeover. It's not on the caliber of Ether. And I mentioned those because those are the well-known battle records. This record that he put out is not that. He did say some things that, like, to an average rapper would have hit and hurt, but 50 Cent been there, done that with this. He's giggling about stuff like this. This is not bothering him in no shape, form, or fashion. And I know I'm speaking as if I know 50 Cent, but it's really not. The man is making moves. He's multitasking like a mother. Look, you got him over here. His last post, he's working on something on Netflix with Eva Longoria and Kim Kardashian. The man's smart. And regardless if you think Eva Longoria or Kim Kardashian can act, it's about the name and his association with the name. It's about Netflix and his nurturing that relationship, that partnership, that business partnership with Netflix. Coming off of the success of the documentary he did on Sean Combs, regardless if you like the fact that he's been making documentaries about other black entertainers, that's beside the fact. The man is working. So whilst people are looking at a single that T.I. took time out to make, 50 Cent is showing you, you know what? I can take that, all the negative off about you and your son and your wife off of my platform and just focus on what I've been doing, and that's getting money, promoting Branson, promoting a Broadway show, promoting the fact that I'm brushing shoulders with Tyler Perry, and never mind all the things that Tyler Perry's going through himself. T.I. is serious about what he's doing, TV production and film. He's learning. He's getting knowledge from Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry successfully bought a huge, probably I want to say in this country, one of the biggest studios in the country out in Atlanta. And 50 Cent is working on his own studio in Shreveport. So he's winning. You can never say 50 Cent's losing to T.I. T.I. would have to beat him with business models and endeavors. I said that on TikTok in someone's comment. To beat 50 Cent in 2026 and beyond, you have to beat him at your grind. You have to beat him at your endeavors. What are you putting out there to warrant saying that you beat him? A song is not going to do it. I don't care even if the song was at the level of Not Like Us. That's not going to do anything to him because he's not making music. And he's not coming out to make music because you say come out to make music. Fab, Mano, and Jim Jones tried. I didn't mention Davies because Davies his lyrics weren't even directed at 50 Cent. They tried. He's not coming out for that. He could care less about making a record unless the record is for the intro to one of his TV shows, because you know he made the record for BMF, even though he canceled that, it got canceled, and he made the record for Power, which is still running strong. But outside of that, 50's not making a diss record. It's a waste of his time. It's a waste of his time. But if you ask me, hopefully this all dies out. Hopefully T.I. concentrates on his rollout and his final project. Hopefully it's a success. I don't know if it's fully produced by Pharrell, but I'm hoping it's a good album. And by 50 Cent removing this, hopefully T.I.'s son could let it go also, because it's not going to go anywhere anyway. You're just going to be wasting your breath like everyone else. It's a waste of time. But that's all I have on this episode. What's your thoughts on all of this? What's your thoughts on T.I.'s son saying what he said in defense of his mother? Do you think it was warranted? If you think it was warranted, why do you think it's warranted? If you don't think it was warranted, why do you think it was not warranted? What do you think about T.I. sitting down constantly talking about the verses that's never going to take place? Do you think T.I. is to blame for poking the bear? It's funny that T.I. was talking about don't poke the bear in one of his posts, but you pretty much poked 50 Cent on this one. And granted, 50 Cent has been going at other people, but that doesn't make it right for you to constantly bring his name up, unless that's part of what T.I. was planning to do to help bring attention from 50 Cent's fan base to his platform to prepare for the rollout of his album. Maybe that was his intentions. All right, because 50 Cent, as you can see, has 38.8 million followers, and you could say he's losing, but how? He has more followers than T.I. He's also internationally known, and he's an international success. 50 Cent could pick up and go to another country and sell out an arena or a stadium. If not arena, a stadium. Can T.I. do that? So again, for those of you that are saying T.I. beat 50 off of a record, it's like, who are we kidding? What type of victory are you celebrating? That's not a big victory. What 50 Cent's doing is a victory. He's in constant motion. But that's just my thoughts on it. You can disagree with me. I'll see you in the comment section. Just keep it respectful. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, stay honorable.